Now, your forecast first. Sponsored by OSF Healthcare Illinois Neurological Institute. Expert neurological care close to home.
Good evening. I'm your local weather authority, Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates. Skies mostly clear to partly cloudy. Wonderful view over downtown Peoria on our Goods Furniture Skycam. 51 degrees here in the River City. We've got temps in the upper 40s to low 50s throughout much of the region, although it is a little warmer now in Lincoln, now sitting at 58, Havana around 57. Heading out this evening, expect a decrease in clouds, perhaps a light breeze through sunset, and temperatures that'll be dropping back into the lower 40s through 10 o'clock. Now we do have some rain on the way, mainly moving in tomorrow evening. We'll have that forecast coming up. WMBD News at 5 starts now.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Langer. It is Election Day and we have coverage of the different races along with candidates running. WMBD is your local election headquarters and we will be sure to keep you updated with results on air on our WMBD Facebook page and on our website ciproud.com. We begin in Peoria where 10 candidates are hoping to take 5 spots. This has been a heavily contested race with a number of candidates ranging in age, race, gender and background. From 4 incumbents to young millennials, even one candidate who lost by 1 vote in a council race 2 years ago. Well, in Tazewell County, the new county clerk is making sure everything goes as planned. WMBD's Zach Hatcher joins us with how a new system could bring faster results. Zach.
Lauren, Tazewell County polling places had their hands full this morning with 2 locations holding mayoral races. Votes are set to be counted at a farm in Tremont with an assembly line to complete the counting process. Staff will help unload the cars and bring the ballots into the facility. Pekin's incumbent Mayor John McCabe is seeking re-election against City Council member Mark Luft. And in East Peoria, John P. Call is running against Timothy J. Jeffries in the mayoral race.
Where they've got the mayor's race up in East Peoria, that could be a little higher. Here in Pekin, where there's a mayor's race, across the board, though, and in Washington, where there's quite a few contested races, I think on average we'll end up at about that where we're at all the time.
And the voting results in Tazewell County will be available as early as 7:30 p.m. tonight. Lauren.
Zach, thank you. Over in Tazewell County, there are several races we're following. Voters there are electing mayors, council members, and deciding on increasing the sales tax. Treasurer Roberts is live at the Tazewell County Courthouse with a look at some of those races. Treasurer.
Lauren, there are several interesting races here in Tazewell County tonight. And first, in East Peoria, there will be a new mayor soon. Mayor Dave Mingus will be retiring next month after holding the position since 2007. Current city commissioners John Call and Tim Jeffers hope to succeed Mingus. Of course, Call and Jeffers' seats as commissioners are up for grabs, and 7 people are running to fill 4 commissioner seats. The only incumbent candidate is Commissioner Dan Decker, who currently oversees streets and public improvement. Now in City Council, member Mark Luft is opposing incumbent Mayor John McCabe. 3 City Council positions are open, and current City Council member John Abel is running for a position on the council along with 4 new candidates. Also on the ballot for everyone in Tazewell County is a proposition to increase sales tax by 1%. That money will go toward improving schools facilities in Tazewell County. Last year, this proposition failed. I'll be following these races throughout the night, and we'll bring you results on WMBD News tonight at 10. Live in Tazewell County, Treasurer Roberts, WMBD News.
All right, Treasurer, thank you. And again, 2 hours until those polls close at 7. Well, over in the Twin Cities, 4 spots on the Bloomington City Council are on the ballot. WMBD's Minash Kwamgari joins us live in the Twin Cities with details on some of the candidates hoping to join the council. Minash.
Well, Lauren, I'm currently standing in front of the Centennial Christian Church in Bloomington, where over 300 community members have come here to vote this afternoon. And wards 2, 4, 6, and 8 on the Bloomington City Council are up for the election. And with only 1 incumbent running, we know that there's at least going to be 3 new faces on the council. Now we're going to start with Ward 6, which is the race between well-known community activist Jen Carrillo and Karen Schmidt. Now Schmidt is that only incumbent running, and she's actually held the seat since 1999. Some may say she has the most important position on the council, and that being Mayor Pro Tem. Essentially, she's second in command and assumes all mayoral duties if and when Mayor Renner is absent. Carrillo, on the other hand, has spent most of her time organizing social justice rallies here in the community. And actually, prior to announcing her candidacy, she was working closely with YWCA McLean County to help community residents in need. Now, so we're going to be following that race closely, but coming up at 6, I'll tell you why one of the candidates on the ballot may not be eligible to serve if he is in fact elected tonight. Reporting live in Bloomington, Manoj Kungwari, back to you.
Manoj, thank you. Now, that race is just one of many that we are following tonight. But first, one of the women hoping to keep her seat is speaking out after an anonymous mailer was sent out last week. DeLon Dillard is with Beth Jensen right now. She claims to know who sent that anonymous attack ad. DeLon.
Yeah, and that anonymous attack was actually something that was sent out over the weekend and attacked 3 of the at-large candidates that you could potentially be voting for in today's election. That was Rita Ali, Beth Jensen, and Peter Kobach. Now, as you said, she hired a private investigator to get to the bottom of who sent this mailer out. I am here with Beth Jensen. So tell me more about, you hired this private investigator to get to the bottom of this and to learn who sent this out. What was your motivation behind this, and why did you want to hire this private investigator?
Well, it was actually my campaign committee, and the whole reason why I did it is because the citizens of Peoria have a right to know. I mean, that's what I'm all about, is transparency and seeking the truth. And I think elections should be determined on the merits of candidates rather than on negative, false mailers that go out by anonymous people. It's not the way elections should be decided, and I wanted to find the truth and to seek redress.
And in terms of some of the comments that were made in this mailer as well, what are your thoughts on the comments? And of course, you caught them inaccurate.
Yep, the comments that are in there about me are inaccurate.
And your thoughts on any of them, anything that was said in here, why do you believe this was sent out as well? What do you believe the motivation behind this was?
Well, I think obviously the people behind it, the person that we found out is a Republican operative, a longtime Republican volunteer who's on paid staff, who's a paid volunteer for an elected official, and who also is closely tied to a current council person, to 2 current council people that are running, and another former council person. And I don't think it's her. I think people are hiding behind this woman, and I think that we need to find out who paid for it and who did it. But we do know who the P.O. Box person, who the owner of the P.O. Box is.
Absolutely, and I definitely appreciate you for giving us some time to discuss this as well. We will continue to follow this at-large election with all 10 of the candidates. We'll continue to bring you full coverage throughout the evening as numbers continue to roll in and bring you more information on the numbers from the primary election ahead at 6. For now, I'm live here in Peoria. Back to you.
All right, DeLon, thank you. Interesting. We reported on that last night, and Beth Jensen speaking with us today after looking into who sent out that anonymous mailer. Well, over 100 Central Illinois workers are set to be laid off in May. Matt Sheehan spoke with a Caterpillar spokesperson about which locations will be seeing these changes. Matt.
Lauren, 118 contracted janitorial employees who worked at 3 Caterpillar facilities are being laid off in May after GCA Services lost its contract to perform janitorial services for Caterpillar. 68 workers in Mossville, 29 workers in East Peoria, and 21 at the Caterpillar Proving Grounds in Washington will be facing layoffs by May 12th. We spoke with Lisa Miller, a spokesperson at Caterpillar, who says this sourcing decision is specific to Caterpillar's focus on maximizing value of services across the Peoria area and not a reflection of the supplier's work. Now, we reached out to ABM Industries, who recently acquired GCA Services, for comment. They did not respond. For more information, head to our website, ciproud.com. Lauren.
Matt, thank you. Delta and American Airlines account for over half of the traffic at PIA. TripAdvisor recently announced its Traveler's Choice Awards, and both of these airlines were announced as some of flyers' favorite airlines. Delta was announced as the best major airline in the best overall category, and American Airlines received the Best Premium Economy Award in the Class of Service category. PIA's Director of Airports says both of these airlines are part of the backbone of the Peoria International Airport.
We can get you to most of the places in the United States with one hop. So they provide network accessibility that gets you just about any place you want to go in the whole world.
Between the 2 airlines, travelers can fly to major cities like Atlanta, Minneapolis, Chicago, Dallas, and Charlotte. The Hangar 2 has undergone a name change, and soon it'll get a complete makeover as well. PIA's restaurant will now be known as The Junction. Architects began scoping out the restaurant this week to see what changes they'd like to make. On the air side of the airport, the restaurant will have a ventless grill so that there will be more food items near the gates.
It really is a junction because it's a place where you show up in a car and you get out of the car and transition to the airplane, so it's kind of an appropriate name.
Olson says travelers can expect to see renovation changes in the next few months and that the Junction will be bringing new menu items to PIA.
Well, it was a little cloudy this morning. Some areas may have even experienced a brief sprinkle. Check out this wonderful time lapse from our Paradise Hotel and Casino Skycam as those clouds began to break up a little bit. These clouds continue to move out as we head through this evening. We'll have that full forecast coming up after the break.
You're watching WMBD News, Central Illinois Proud, with Lauren Langer and Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with your local weather authority forecast. This is WMBD News at 5.